The movie opens at a summer camp called Marigold. A young woman who works at the camp returns to the office and tells her coworker that she just received a disturbing phone call from cabin 6. According to the caller, a dead body has been found there. The boy is shocked and insists that nothing like that could happen, but she asks him to come with her and check it out. They head to cabin 6, but when they arrive, there's no dead body anywhere. Trying to scare her, the boy suggests they explore a nearby cabin that's been abandoned for years. The girl refuses and says she'll wait outside, but he playfully drags her along anyway. As they reach the cabin, she says she has a bad feeling, but he forces her inside. Suddenly, the lights come on, and it turns out to be a surprise party. All the camp staff are there, celebrating the boy's 4-year work anniversary. Realizing the dead body story was fake, the girl laughs and enjoys the surprise. Everyone spends the night having fun. Later, as they settle down to sleep, the group starts talking about a terrifying legend, a brutal serial killer known as Boneface, the same name as the movie. Most of them dismiss it as just a rumor, but one girl insists it's real. She claims Boneface lives in the forest and sneaks into camps at night, slaughtering people without ever being seen. The story scares everyone, but eventually, they fall asleep. At midnight, the legend becomes reality. Boneface enters the cabin and begins killing the campers one by one in horrifying ways. One girl manages to run, but Boneface catches her, decapitates her with an axe, and then violently pulls out her spine. The massacre is merciless. Soon after, the sheriff arrives at the camp and is horrified by what he sees. The camp owner becomes sick and starts vomiting at the sight of the mutilated bodies. From the brutal method, the sheriff immediately knows this is the work of the Boneface killer. He brings along his deputy and decides to investigate immediately, believing the killer is still nearby. Following blood trails into the forest, they discover abandoned cars outside a roadside hotel. Inside the diner, they find several people: the waitress Jenny, a chef, a student, a former Marine now working construction, a father and daughter on a road trip, a stylish elderly woman, 2 bikers, and a photographer. The sheriff questions everyone about their arrival times and destinations. Tension rises as everyone becomes suspicious of each other. The deputy finds a photograph of Boneface on the photographer's camera. The sheriff steps outside to the location where the photo was taken and discovers a blood-stained trash bin. Inside the bin, he finds a bag containing bloody shoes, a jacket, an axe, and the Boneface mask. He brings the items inside and announces that the killer is among them and has recently murdered multiple campers. No one is allowed to leave, the roads have been blocked. As paranoia spreads, the deputy searches everyone for weapons. A knife is found hidden in the Marine's shoe, increasing suspicion. Shoe sizes are checked since the killer wears a size 9, but none match exactly. The bikers refuse to cooperate and later attack the sheriff, only to be restrained. Drugs spill out when they're forced to vomit, exposing them as drug dealers, not killers. Suddenly, the student claims he knows who the killer is and secretly writes it down. Before he can reveal the name, he collapses, poisoned, and dies. Everyone panics and accuses one another, especially Jenny, since she serves the food. She denies everything. The sheriff interrogates everyone again. The Marine admits he killed many people during the war and was later expelled from the military. The father's daughter recognizes him from Camp Marigold years earlier, where he was accused of assaulting a girl, the chef's daughter. The Marine denies it, claiming he was falsely accused. More accusations follow. The photographer reveals the old woman has a criminal past involving her husbands, but she insists she's innocent. Chaos erupts when the bikers attack again and are fully exposed as smugglers. Then the sheriff gets a call: his partner has identified the real killer. The sheriff confronts the chef, accusing him of being Boneface. They begin accusing the Marine of being Boneface. The Marine tells them he has fought many wars and killed enemies, but he would never kill innocent people of the country. The chef admits he wanted to kill the Marine for what he did to his daughter but denies killing the campers. A gunfight breaks out. The Marine kills the chef, and the deputy kills the Marine. Everyone assumes the nightmare is over and believes the chef was Boneface, acting out of revenge. The survivors are allowed to leave. Police arrive to clean up. But Jenny asks to use the restroom, and never returns. The deputy realizes the truth too late. She finds the sheriff's body outside, his throat slit. Jenny was the real killer all along. The deputy chases her into the forest and confronts her at gunpoint. Jenny confesses. Years ago, her disabled twin brother was bullied at Camp Marigold. One night, campers tied him to a tree in the forest. The rope strangled him, killing him at just 13 years old. The camp covered it up, and no one was punished. Consumed by rage, Jenny became Boneface. She targeted camps where people committed crimes and escaped justice. She poisoned the student because he saw her with blood on her hands. She framed the chef and the Marine by planting weapons, knowing they would kill each other. When ordered to surrender, Jenny attacks the deputy. The deputy shoots her in the neck, and Boneface finally dies, bleeding out in the forest. Days later, campers sit around a fire, discussing the legend of Boneface. Though the killer is dead, they believe her story will live on, perhaps as a warning that evil deeds never truly go unpunished. And with that, the film ends. Here our recap ends, and if you like to watch more horror movies, then check around our playlist and recommendations.